Hey, what's up everyone? I decided to make a video titled More About My Life. Well, that's what I drew as the background for this video. I'm just going to be discussing various things about different parts of my life. Just different things that I've gone through. I've had a few individuals who have emailed me in the past, as I stated in a previous video, and some people in the comments asked me to elaborate on different experiences that I've gone through. Particularly what I wanted to discuss was the anxiety that I always dealt with. Throughout my life, I've dealt with quite a bit of anxiety, and I'm not working right now, so it's not as obviously, if I were to, then it might be even worse. I don't know, but um, see, I have a difficulty talking about this, but just different things that I've gone through throughout my life, and it's been a lot of regarding the anxiety and depression and darkness that happens to me. I feel I want to try to put out light, just put out light into the world and try to. I'm hearing a lot of things tonight. There's been various sounds inside, like all around me, noises, tapping, movements, things happening, spirit activity, it seems. But anyway, I deal with a lot of different things that many out there for a long time I figured wouldn't understand. I I got these overwhelming symptoms where my face turned red, and it still happens variously or randomly. My face would turn red, I would get dizzy, and felt like I was going to black out. When I was younger, and I should have my license, but I have not, because of the anxiety that I've gone through. I wish I could have, but I've never discussed this online before. I've never discussed that on the internet with hardly anyone really, but I've gone through a lot of anxiety. And see, even when I was in the passenger side of the vehicle, sometimes I would get this. And if I ever practiced driving when I was younger, um, it would be like I would black out, and I knew that wouldn't be good on the road. That's what I said in a previous video. I would be like, just like I had to stop breathing, and I couldn't. It's weird. Do you know what that's like? Do you know if any of you experience that? Let me know. Where you can't think, your mind shuts down, and it feels like you're going to black out. And other people didn't get that out there. They just didn't understand why. Why haven't you gotten your license? Why haven't you done that? Why haven't you done like everyone else? Why can't you just, get a job and do everything like everyone else? But it's so hard to explain. It's so hard, very hard to explain. I even get emotional talking about it on here, but I'm holding it back so that I can discuss it. I appreciate all of your love, by the way. It is awesome to experience all of your love. But I try my best, no matter what, to try to put out love and kindness to everyone else in this world. This evening, we were at Dollar General, and this person needed by. They said their husband would get frustrated if they weren't there exactly on time or something like that. So they wanted to get by, and they stated that after I said, "Go ahead. You only have a couple of items. Just go ahead and go in front of me." And I and the person behind me both did that, and she said, "Thank you. It is so good to see that there are good people in this world." And then even the manager thanked me for helping there was a woman in front of me that she dropped her items, the bag broke, and I picked them back up and put them on there. I said that happens to me all the time if I don't double bag my stuff. But the point was, she said there's just not enough nice people in this world. There's so much evil and darkness in this world, and that is true. There really is. But she said, it's good to see there's still some good and some light left in this world. And that boy said, that the manager said that was a very nice thing for me to do. He said, it's good to meet a nice person, a kind person. He said, I don't care what people do in this life. He said, it's not that difficult for them to just be kind. And I said, yeah, I know. I said, thank you very much. I said, I do appreciate that. I said, I try to be kind to individuals, but I said, I try to be kind to everyone. I said, yeah, I said, I know you would think it wouldn't be that difficult for people to just get along and be nice to each other. Help each other out, you know. But he said, you see just a lot of darkness in this world, and it's very sad that you can't see people help each other out. And I agreed, but he told me to have a good day and a good weekend. And but that was the story of what happened this evening. But throughout my life, I've gone through a lot of anxiety that, I mean, it has really, since this ME phenomenon and since I've created this channel, I mean, I never would have had the guts or the gumption to create this channel and speak on here before. The way I was before, I could never think of talking. It would be just one word typed to someone else online. I would have been like, what should I say? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what should I say? Am I saying the right thing? I was so self-conscious of every movement and everything I stated, and I felt like that someone would take it wrong, or I didn't really want to share in videos, and now I've done 630 videos or so for this channel, so it's crazy to think that I would have ever done hundreds of videos and created a YouTube channel like this. But that's just what I go through. I still have these major bouts of anxiety, depression, and darkness that try to take over. And someone mentioned a crystal. I do use an amethyst quartz crystal they stated for grounding, but I wear it around my neck for balance, and so that I don't interfere with electronics as much, because I interfere with electronics quite a bit. And they say amethyst quartz is good for that. And it puts out good energy, and it's they say that it helps with balance, and I've noticed that it does. I don't want to jinx anything by stating it on here, but that's just a little about myself. I'm going to do several other videos regarding what I go through, but that anxiety and depression, it can weigh very hard. It can, and it can overtake. The darkness can really take a toll. And if you go through that, just know that I know what you go through, and I know what it's like. And since this phenomenon, and we've all come together talking to each other, it does help out greatly. But for some reason, I just got the gumption to suddenly make this channel, and I would have never had, and when this ME phenomenon took place, I got the gumption to make this channel. And yeah, and since then, it has gotten better, but I still get these bouts that are overwhelming, and hopefully someday I can get things situated, get my license, get a good job, do something. I don't know, just do something fulfilling in this life where I know will be successful, that I can be successful. And because I know college is it's so expensive, and there's so much anxiety there. It's so overwhelming, the courses and everything you have to go through there is just so overwhelming. School for me was, as I stated in my previous video, very overwhelming. I mean, the people were nice to me, the students, most of them, the majority of them. There were some that, you always get some, but that are not. But the majority of them, everyone they were amazed that I was so nice and kind, and that I was so different, that they were amazed by that. And they all treated me, most of them treated me very kindly. And I did appreciate that. Many of the teachers didn't understand. Like I said, the school board, the system, the state, the government, all of that, they didn't understand what I was going through and things. The students didn't either, but no one understood. They were like, man, how do you feel that bad and get sick that much? But it made it worse. The anxiety and everything of being in school made illnesses worse. And I literally went through so much, and going to the doctor, after doctor, and specialist after specialist and everything. And they kept saying there's obviously something wrong, but we can't find it, and they never found anything. At the very end, I had insurance that, at least I did have an insurance that covered children at that time until you're 18 years old, and they don't even do that anymore, but they covered it and all the costs of hospital stays, and doctor's bills at that time. Can't get that anymore, but things are outrageous now. But that at that time I was able to get that, thankfully. But the things that I went through were overwhelming. But I've always tried to be nice and kind to everyone. That's something that I've always tried to do. And since I've created this channel, it has helped out to open me up to speak with others about what I've gone through on this channel. Anyway, I'm able to discuss it more with more of you, and I was discussing with this other YouTuber who has recently subscribed to me, and I thank him greatly. He said he would be looking for my video. He subscribed to me and said he turned on the notifications bell, and I thank him for that. But I've gone through a lot of things that, I mean, it makes it a whole lot more overwhelming when I'm under stress and any type of anxiety. That I wish things weren't so stressful. If I were to be, I mean, college would be ridiculous. I mean, the courses. I feel like it would be very difficult. I've got to do something in life, but that's just more about me. That it's extremely stressful. That's just a story about me. Not only the financial strain, but the anxiety that I went through. Hopefully I don't want that to come back. And thinking about it does add anxiety. So yeah, I've been through quite a bit. I actually back when I was in so I had to pause the video, but that's just some of the things that have occurred throughout my life. Now, this is part 1 to that video. I've gone through a lot of anxiety. That's the least that I can say. And I'll share more in another video very soon. Probably right after this one. I'm going to go ahead and have to stop this video, plug up this tablet, and try to get it charging so that it doesn't shut off on me, because a lot of times the tablet shuts off on me when it gets lower on power. So I am going to stop this recording and start another one to share more that I was going to share, but don't have time to do right now until I plug the tablet up. So that is just some of the things that I've gone through. And if you go through that, just know that you're not alone on it, because I've experienced the same thing, and it weighs heavily on you when you go through that. I mean, I get these ups and downs, and from happiness to darkness, moody, upset, happy, light, dark, and it goes up and down all the time. But I want to know that I at least, I like to know that I'm putting light out into this world, and bringing positivity to someone out there. That helps out. And just knowing that even though I go through these ups and downs, I thank you all for all of your love, by the way, and through my life, God, my parents, and now you all as well. Really, just knowing that you're there is great. It's awesome, and I thank you all so much. Hopefully things will get well and straighten out and kind of balance out in my life, and I can become successful and just not have to worry about the struggles. But life is one crazy journey, that's for sure. But I just wanted to share some of the anxieties and different things that I've gone through. and how it's very difficult. It is very difficult not only to talk about but to deal with, especially when I go through it. But if I'd had to the extent that I did, I never would have been able to make this channel, and I would not be able to be talking right now. But hopefully it goes away completely. And I promised I would do a video on this, and this is it. So I thank you all so much. I'm going to do that part 2 here in a moment. So I'll speak with you all again very soon, hopefully. And I thank you for everything. Peace. Bye.